Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Rockerzzoom, and today we're talking about the day 5 of the 12 days of 2015. This is actually the day that it's supposed to come out, so have no fear, but I'm on time for once. Day 5. And there just so happens to be another 5 that happened this year of a certain TV show that I love. And I'm also going to do a top 5 of that TV show called Game of Thrones Season 5 Top 5 Pros and Cons. Let's do this. By the way, if you can't already tell, this has a lot of spoilers because this is basically in a shorter video reviewing Game of Thrones Season 5 as a whole. So this includes a lot of spoilers, so you have been warned. Alright, let's get right into it. Pros. Number 5. The great storylines we had, dude. We had some cool storylines with Tyrion and Essos meeting up with Daenerys. Stannis' storyline, making him believable. We even had a believable Sansa storyline with Ramsay Snow. Like that was just. I was gonna say controversial, but it isn't. Okay, it isn't. Look at season 1 with Daenerys and freaking Khal Drogo. Okay, come on now. What I'm trying to say here, season 5 had some great storylines with some great characters, so it just worked. Cons, number 5, the slow pacing of the entire season. All right, what it felt like. This season at least was the calm before the storm. That's what I'm gonna call it, because the entire season we're supposed to believe that the White Walkers are back. The White Walkers are coming, and they're coming for the Night's Watch, and they're coming for Westeros. And hell, they might even head over to Essos. You never know. But they're just hunting down people left and right. They're killing so many, and it's just a matter of Jon Snow trying to get the people of the wildlings back into Westeros so that they don't die. Trying to be a good guy. But it takes over the course of the season. It takes a long time, until like episode 7 when it's really, really evident that the White Walkers are there. So the last couple episodes, we already know that the White Walkers are a killer. The White Walkers are there. But what I feel like is what we're gonna get in season 6 is gonna be a good North battle, the battle for the North, the battle for Winterfell and all that. Trying to beat out the Boltons and all that. And then season 7, the final season, hopefully, is gonna be all about the White Walkers. But this season, calm before the storm, good exposition. It was very slow paced, but if you look at it as a whole, it all links together, and it's a great season. Our pros, number 4, good evolution of the characters. The main ones I want to say for this one are Daenerys Targaryen, Arya Stark, and Jon Snow. Okay, Daenerys transformed from just, it's very evident in season 5, episode 9, when she climbs on Drogon. And then we see her at some point, I think in episode 10, I don't remember, probably, where she's like surrounded by those horse dudes. Don't really know what those are, what that's about, but it looks like she's just done with trying to lead an army, trying to lead a city. She wants to be with the people that brought her to where she's at now, which is like crazy because it's just completely changed after these couple seasons. But it made her story so interesting, and I'm so excited to see where it goes, especially now that Dario Naharis and Jorah Mormont are coming to go find her, and it's just like, this is gonna be epic. Trying to see Dario and Jorah trying to work together, trying to find Daenerys, and Daenerys trying to find out who she is and all that. It's just, oh my gosh, that's gonna be amazing. Arya Stark, because she kills more people this season than she has ever killed in any other season, and it's so awesome because she becomes this faceless little girl, and then by the end of the season, it all changes, it all goes down and all that, and she goes blind and all that goes into effect later. But oh my gosh, it was just so epic, especially when she killed that pedophile piece of shit in the finale. Oh my gosh, that was sick. Okay, that was awesome. And overall, Jon Snow, just from beginning to end, this season is Jon Snow, and you can easily tell his evolution and his rise to the top of Castle Black. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say for now. Alright, cons number 4, the lack of the Greyjoys, right? Okay, so the lack of the Greyjoys. The reason why it's on the cons list is because season 4, it was like, my brother is dead to me now. But now it's just like, it doesn't seem like they care anymore, which is weird. It's completely out of the random. And now they're trying to book them back together. They're trying to bring the book them. I just came back from a wrestling video. They're trying to bring back the Greyjoys into the storylines, but there's like a wasted like an entire season without them, which no one really knows what happens in between then, and it's just gonna lead to just guessing at that point. Which I feel like if we had like a hint of Greyjoy, not like a lot, but a hint of like just to check in every now and then, like, oh hey, how you guys doing? Okay, we're gonna go back to the important stuff, you know. So we already know what's going on, but we didn't get that at all. Number 3, pros: bringing in new parts that affect the Game of Thrones. Okay. Some of these new effects include the High Sparrow, the little stone touchy thingy on Jorah right now that no one knows about, and also the blindness of Arya. All these things went into factor and like worked together to add some new things that we had learned had heard about in earlier seasons, but now we're seeing all of those things in effect now. Especially in season 4, we just saw the weird little cousin dude in his like little robe and all that, and he was like had his the High Sparrow cousin dude of the Lannisters, and then that all goes down with Cersei, and it's just wow, they are a force to reckon with. That's crazy. Like, oh my gosh. Woo! But also the stone thingy on Jorah, because apparently, from what we've heard before in previous seasons, he's gonna die. He's gotta die. Like the only person that's ever survived from that was Stannis' daughter, and that was purely just because there were like 15,000 doctors trying to find out what was wrong with her, and they found it and cured it. So, and it doesn't look like Jorah's going to any doctors anytime soon. So I'm assuming we're gonna see the death of Jorah this season. But it's gonna be a badass death, alright? That's just gotta happen, okay? And then we saw a hint of it in the finale with Arya going blind, but we had to go Google it ourselves about it. But it was worth it, because now we know that Arya is legit going blind, and we need to find out how the hell she's gonna go on with her life as blind. Like, this is the first time we're seeing a blind character in the Game of Thrones, and it's gonna be interesting trying to see what she does and how she does it, Number 3, cons. Now this may have been one of the better cons of season 4 and season 3 and all, but Bran, with no Bran in season 5. Now, some people are gonna say that I'm a hypocrite. If you've heard me talk about this before or something like that, but if you know me, I didn't like the Bran storyline in seasons 4 and 3. They were really boring, really time-saving, but I'm assuming if I go back and watch it, I'm gonna pay attention to those scenes so I can understand what's going on with him, and I can understand all this like weird magic thing going on in his head and all that. But just without, again, it happens with the Greyjoys. Bran's storyline is completely cut off at the beginning of season 5, and we're gonna have to come back to him in season 6, as we saw in the teaser trailer. But it's so weird because we're just gonna have to like completely guess on what happens, and we don't know what's going on with Bran. And we're just like, oh hey, you're on a tree now. Huh, that's cool. You were at a tree last time that we saw you, but now you're on a tree. Whoa. and it's just gonna be disorienting trying to bring Bran back in the show. Same with the Greyjoys, But the only reason why Bran is ahead of the Greyjoys is because Bran is way more important to the story than the Greyjoys. Number 2, pros: the unique matches of characters. Alright, so the main 2 matches that I can think of, that I remember writing at least, because I don't remember. Oh man, I'm so mad at myself. But the unique matches I'm going to bring up here, are Daenerys and Tyrion, and Jaime Lannister and Bronn. These two had these two matches had so good chemistry together, and whenever they were on screen together, it just fit so well. And the dialogue between each other, Tyrion trying to lead or trying to bring Daenerys, along as a leader and like teaching her all these ways, and guiding her to be the smart the smart leader that we know she is. And also Jaime and Bronn going on this little adventure trying to save whatever her name is. I don't remember her name. Daughter that died in the finale, sure. Product of incest. But it was just interesting to see the style of dialogue that we got between Jaime and Bronn, because we've seen them together before, but we haven't really seen them like just those two together trying to work them out. And Bronn trying to teach Jaime how to fight with his golden hand, and it was just so cool, just manipulating together and working together to save whatever her name was. Probably her name's gonna be right there on the screen. Saving her. All right, number 2 cons. I know I'm completely overstepping what I just said, but the entire Dorne story. Okay. I'm primarily just saying the entire Dorne story because, sure, whenever Jaime and Bronn were together, they had great dialogue working together. But, other than that, when they were split, it was just, Bronn, you're back to your old ways, man. Come on now. No. But the Sand Snakes were such a big disappointment. All of these things went into factor, and it just didn't work together. It was one of the most boring, useless storylines in the season, and it was just so disappointing because, try to save this chick didn't work out because it was just eh. And then in the end, it was just so dumb because either way, she ends up dying, and it was just a waste of your time. It was just alright. Number 1 pro. Number 1 pro of the season is Jon Snow. Jon Snow. And I'm mainly saying this is because I did bring him up for some other points in the rest of the pros, but I'm mainly saying he's the best of the season because he was so quintessential to the season itself, and he made the Wall important. He made the North important again. And now that he was a part of a huge battle. He killed a White Walker in that battle for episode 8. What did he do in episode 9? He did something huge in episode 9. And what I'm getting at is he's a huge character, and he did everything in his power to be amazing. Now that Jon Snow was killed by the Night's Watch, Jon Snow in himself, when he does get revived, because he will be revived, is now technically allowed to go and leave the Night's Watch because no one wants him there. They're all dicks and they don't want him there, even though he was doing the right thing. And so they're dicks and they don't want him there. So Jon Snow just be revived by Missandra, or the Red Lady, sure. Don't remember her name. Once he gets revived there, he's gonna go down to Winterfell, kick Ramsay Bolton's ass, and then kick him out of power, and he's gonna be a Winterfell. Okay, that's how he's gonna get back into the Game of Thrones. But yeah, Jon Snow did amazing this season overall. One of the biggest shocking moments of the season, and it was just man. Starks don't have a break. Starks can't get a break. And the number 1 con of the season was the cliffhangers of the finale. The entire freaking finale's storylines had incredible cliffhangers, with Arya going blind. Even though I said it as a pro, it was incredibly confusing when we first watched it. And plus, when we first watch it, it doesn't even matter because we have to look up that she went blind, because we didn't. She was just screaming and her eyes were doing something, so it can be assumed that she went blind, but we don't know until we actually look it up. And we look it up, and she's actually blind. Anyways, you know, Reek and Sansa jumping off of that cliff, you know, or the top of the castle. You know, that was, like, we don't know if they survived. They probably did. Did they get hurt? Most likely. You know, we don't know. That's the thing of the cliffhanger. I'm getting to a big one. I'm just trying to think if I have any other one in my head. Aha! Here's another one. Jaime's daughter getting killed by the poison of the chick, and it was just, no, that didn't work out. That was not good. That's all the horrible cliffhangers that I can think of. But here is an even bigger cliffhanger that me as a Stannis Baratheon fan absolutely hated, and apparently he actually is dead. So in the Battle of Winterfell, it goes completely downhill for Stannis, which I believe is fine. I don't mind that we didn't see the Battle of Winterfell, because it probably would have been like a huge budget, and they didn't have that budget for the Game of Thrones. But you know, I don't mind that. What I do mind is how he died. Okay, Brienne of Tarth, which was, you know, a theory, she was gonna come up and just kill him right there. But the rule in games, TV shows, movies, whatever you want to do, the rule is if they're dead, you have to see them die. You can't just kill them without even noticing that they're dead, okay? It's just, you have to see them die, and it can't be assumed that they're dead. You have to see them die. That's the rule. But they cut away at the last second. The last second when Tyrion or Stannis is about to get his head chopped off. Brienne, it just cuts off, and we don't even see him die. So I think he's not dead. I think what's gonna go on is Brienne's just gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna let you live, but you have to help me, and you have to help me and this other dude named Podrick, and we have to go and save Sansa and save Arya and do all this stuff, because she's in trouble and they're in trouble, and it's just all going downhill. Okay. So yeah, those are my top 5 pros and cons of Game of Thrones Season 5 for Day 5 of the 12 days of 2015. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys liked it, please leave a like down below, share your support, comment down below. Have you seen Game of Thrones? Game of Thrones Season 5. What do you think about it? What do you think? I'll read the comments below as much as you give me. Subscribe for more daily content, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Your favorite happy yourselves a damn good day, and peace!